This video is for anyone that already has a general understanding of how high tide works and wants to get specifically into how to think about content and how to support your high tide program with great posts, great reels, and great call to actions to get the best possible list growth out of high tide. You'll have complete access to this playbook as a customer. There's a ton of campaign examples and content within this playbook that we're not going to go through today. So just know that this video is meant to support the playbook document itself. In that document, you can scroll through all these different campaign types and look at examples from successful brand campaigns to take inspiration for the content that you create to support high tide. We want to leave you with a solid understanding of how combinations of campaigns, both what we call evergreen campaigns and what we call episodic campaigns, can combine to give you the best possible outcome from high tide. Let's start with describing a general success formula for using high tide, and then we'll get into different content types as well as different campaigns and hopefully leave you with a good starting point for your strategy. The first thing to know is that high tide is meant to be used across multiple campaigns that in totality can generate significant growth for your SMS and email program. As a general rule of thumb and general set of success metrics, we want to try to hit at least 5% of your Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook following converted into new SMS or email subscribers within 90 days. Of course, if you are running a more limited strategy on a trial or you have a different set of success metrics, that's totally fine. We can work with you on that. But a good rule of thumb is we want to convert at least about 5% of your audience to subscribers in the first 90 days. And we want to make sure we're generating at least 4x ROI as measured by orders from new customers that have opted into your email or SMS lists from high tide. So at least 4x is kind of the bare minimum threshold that we look at to measure success for a new customer on high tide. Okay, so how do we get you there? The most important thing to understand about high tide is the concept of campaigns. Campaigns themselves are comprised of content plus some sort of an offer. And that may mean an offer like a giveaway or a early access to a sale or a drop. It could be an offer like a discount code or a secret gift with purchase. Creativity is your friend here, but the offer is going to be paired with content, at least one piece of content, often multiple pieces of content. And this offer plus content is called a campaign. There are two main types of campaigns. The first type is called evergreen. These are campaigns that you set up once and they kind of keep working to drive your Instagram audience or your Facebook audience or your TikTok audience into your SMS or email list on an ongoing basis. Set it up once, maybe optimize it, maybe change it up every once in a while, but otherwise these are going to be always on and always working to drive new subscribers. These are typically high intent subscribers, people that are browsing your social page as like an alternative landing page from ads. Could be people that are just, loving your content and browsing. Regardless, they should drive high intent subscribers at like a lower pace over time. But they're a very important part of the strategy overall. The second type of high tide campaign is called an episodic campaign. These are campaigns that have a start date and an end date, and they usually map to something on your social calendar. So they're not really always on. Instead, they align to something on the calendar. Could be a giveaway, could be a drop, could be a seasonal sale. This is something that you're going to plan around, and that's likely to drive the majority of your list growth through high tide. To get the best results out of high tide, you're going to want to combine your evergreen strategy that will help you set up when you launch with a good episodic strategy. A rule of thumb for episodic posts and campaigns is you want to try to hit at minimum about one campaign a month. These things are going to be planned, mapped out. You're going to create content to support them, and you're going to launch those campaigns and tie them to high tide. For any high tide campaign, you can set up at least one, but sometimes multiple trigger types for that campaign. For example, on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, you can trigger direct messages and kind of activate your campaign to send a message to users based on direct messages, so keywords in direct messages. On Facebook and Instagram, you can also trigger these messages based on comments on posts, reels, and story and replies to stories. On both Meta, Facebook, and Instagram, as well as TikTok, you can also tie campaigns to click to message ad or messaging ads, as TikTok calls it, to trigger these direct message automations based on someone engaging with your paid ad. In addition to comments, direct messages, and clicks, you can also send high tide direct messages based on specific actions, like someone tapping an icebreaker button in your DMs, a little call to action that shows up when they first go to direct message you. Could be tagging a friend in any of your posts or reels. Could be mentioning you in their story. Could be leaving a positive or neutral comment on any of your paid ad campaigns. So you have a great menu of different trigger types, and the idea is to match your trigger type with a call to action that lives on the content that is associated with that episodic or evergreen campaign. Okay, so you know about the combination of campaign types. You know how direct messages can be triggered from different keywords or actions. Let's now talk about building out your first campaign. So there's a couple kind of simple steps to take when building out your campaign. And this playbook is clickable, and you can go into a bunch of examples on a campaign level, on a placement level, and really understand what each of these campaign types means. You might already have a campaign in mind, and that's fine too. This document can help you execute that campaign. But let's imagine for a moment that you're starting fresh and you want to plan a campaign. And let's get you through the campaign process in a couple minutes here. The first thing you want to do is choose a campaign concept. That usually means deciding what you want to offer to your audience. Do you want to offer them a secret discount? Do you want to just replicate your on-site pop-up offer and put it on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok? Or do you want to do something more involved, like a giveaway or hyping up a new product that's dropping soon and offering early access? We have a number of campaign concepts here ready to go. Each of these campaign concepts maps to a template library in the High Tide software. This playbook provides more visual examples and strategy, including how to write captions, how to write your call to action, etc. But they will always map back to templates that live in the High Tide software. For the sake of keeping it simple, let's choose a really common campaign type like a giveaway. So let's do this giveaway as an example. We can tap into this giveaway page in the playbook, and you can read through the exact details on how to create a winning piece of content to support a giveaway. Let's consider for a moment that we've figured all of that stuff out. We know the campaign that we want to build, and we're ready to move on to the next step. Step 2 is choosing your placements. So placements are kind of a different word for content, meaning when you're choosing your placements, you're really just choosing what types of content you want to use to support your campaign. The simplest thing to do would be to post that giveaway and just have a single piece of content. Maybe it's a feed post supporting that campaign. That's totally fine. That's just one placement. But let's imagine that you want to get the best possible results, and so you want to leverage multiple placements to drive signups. That may mean that you want to create a post and you want to add a call to action to your bio that says, have you entered our giveaway? DM us XYZ to enter the giveaway. And you want to pin a story to your highlights that references the giveaway and ask people to reply to that story to enter. In addition to those 3 things, you might also want to go live on Instagram. Just encourage your users to comment the keyword to join your giveaway. Now you have at least 4 organic placements supporting the giveaway campaign. Those placements can all map back to the same campaign in High Tide, so you can get unified results. Imagine that giveaway is going really well with the organic placements, and you want to get it in front of more people. You want to get better results. You might choose to set it up as a click-to-message ad. You might want to just boost the core post, or you might want to otherwise put some spend behind that campaign. You can consider that a placement. So now you sort of have the recipe of placements here. You can mix and match to match your brand style, your content strategy, and your setup for success through multiple placements supporting that one individual giveaway campaign. Lastly, you have your placements figured out, you have your content strategy, you have your offer and your campaign. Let's figure out how can you actually get even more results from that campaign. This is step 3 in the process, amplifying your campaign. So imagine you have your content already posted. You just want to get more eyeballs on it to drive better results. There's a couple easy things you can do. For example, you can leverage your broadcast channel if you have one, just resharing that content. You can send an email blast that reuses the content and ask people to just click in to join, redirecting into the social post. Or you can send a text blast to people that are on your text list but that are not yet subscribed to email, asking them to participate in the giveaway to capture their email. There's a bunch of different things you can do here to amplify the results of your campaign, and that's step 3 in the process. Now you know the 3 steps to creating a campaign. Hopefully you have some ideas for your campaign. Again, you can keep it really simple. You can do a post and collect opt-ins from comments on that post and leave it at that and move on to the next thing. Or you can build a very involved strategy supporting a major event to drive as many opt-ins as possible and use multiple placements and amplify the campaign with paid and do all of that. So let's tie it all together. I want to show you a fictional example of how a beauty brand harnessed a campaign with multiple placements to drive results ahead of their product launch. On month 1, they teased the upcoming drop with a series of blurred images, asking people to reply for first look. 2 weeks out, they then launched a giveaway to hype the upcoming drop. They had an offer to get notified when the drop was available, and they added a giveaway component to it, where in this case, they were saying, hey, we'll pick 5 people that sign up for early access, and we'll give them the new collection for free. They supported that campaign with a post, a reel, 5 stories across those 2 weeks, and a call to action in bio, as well as amplifying the campaign through an email blast to their email list. Then 1 week out, the giveaway was doing well, and it had reached a portion of their organic audience, hopefully a good portion, but they wanted to pour more fuel on the fire, so they decided to put some spend behind that campaign and launched a paid component by using the giveaway reel and setting up a boosted ad with an engagement objective to drive more engagement and get that giveaway offer in front of more of their fans. With all of that done, they've collected a whole bunch of new subscribers, and on drop day, they simply sent out a text saying, hey, thanks for signing up for early access. Here's the product, and drove a whole bunch of conversions. And that wraps it up. You should have everything you need. The Playbook has a ton of examples of great campaigns. Creativity is your friend, and you will know your brand better than anyone else. If you need help designing your campaign, feel free to reach out. We can hop on a strategy call and get you all set up. That's it, and good luck.